We're joined by Ashutosh Gupta, the India Country Manager for LinkedIn, to take us through the key trends that they've seen this year on the jobs front, on the skills front, and on the face of it, the trends actually are looking quite good because LinkedIn's year-end report says that about 40% of Indian professionals expect to find new jobs. And over 50% of professionals are optimistic that their companies will do well. Ashutosh, if you can just take us through this optimism, is it confined to the technology, new economy space, or is it more broad-based? Because people we've been speaking to say that, the core economy, the core sectors are yet to come back, but technology jobs seem to be doing really well, even if you look at the hiring patterns in some of India's premier campuses. So take us through what you're seeing here.
Yeah, Chandra, first of all, thank you for talking to me today. To your question, I think let's go back to the cautiously optimistic thing, which I have said earlier, that the overall workforce in India is cautiously optimistic. Now, is the optimism restricted to one sector? So I would say that the hiring levels across are at the pre-pandemic level, right? So the hiring level have recovered broadly, and definitely the technology sector has a big role or a big share of it. But there are other industries which have recovered as well. So, for example, consumer goods, finance, construction. So they are coming back as well. So this definitely dominated by tech, but other industries are also slowly gaining traction again post-pandemic or recovering from the initial shock of the pandemic.
Right. Ashutosh, one particularly interesting point that I saw is, you've said hiring is back to pre-COVID levels as of October 20. I think it said it was 40% higher year on year. But, there are other surveys that indicate that perhaps year on year there is still a drop when it comes to addition of new jobs. So again, what are you seeing here? Is it a secular trend? What can you tell us about this? Are there really 40 to 50% new jobs getting added year on year? Because that is a huge trend.
So I don't think so. The data point we have mentioned is new jobs. Is when we measure hiring levels is amount of jobs which we are seeing open up in the economy, and they might not be all new jobs. The optimism again is that the hiring levels broadly are up to the level before pandemic, and now people have opportunity to apply for these roles. But remember, we have also said that the skill set requirements might be slightly different across some of these jobs. So people have to reskill, people have to acquire those new skills, and then they will qualify for this job. Also, remember the competition for these jobs are very high, as many more people are applying for the same job. So you have to put all of this together, but definitely there's more opportunity right now available in the market. And as things open up in India, there are more and more jobs which we foresee coming or becoming open for all applicants in the market.
Right. So then I need to ask you for a few tricks that will help applicants because you said there is more and more competition for similar kinds of jobs, and the skills too are very different as we enter a data and AI powered world. So in your mind, if I have to apply for a job, if I'm kind of scouring through LinkedIn, what are the top two, three skills that will immediately catch the eye of a recruiter today?
Skills both on the hard skills and as well as soft skills. We have shared what our economic graph data is telling us. So on the hard skills, the obviously tech skills are very dominant. So for example, digital marketing fundamentals, Python, the programming language, is definitely it's in the top three skills which people need to learn. But on the soft skills as well, it's very, very important. Top soft skills are communication, collaboration, time management. Chandra, also I want to take you back to pre-pandemic. We have said that a lot of jobs go open or they don't get fulfilled because of lack of soft skills. So as viewers as listening in, I want to make sure that there's an equal emphasis on hard skills and there's equal emphasis on soft skills as well. So these are some of the skills which will be important to get some of these jobs. And last thing, one more and more people will see that we will see more skill-based hiring in the market. And what does it mean?
Hmm.
In the past, a lot of emphasis was given to your past employment, the colleges you went, which still will be important. But more and more recruiters are gonna ask for demonstration of the new skills or the required skills for the job. So, for example, if you are applied for a programming a job, you want to be a coder or a software developer, some demonstration of having the ability to code will be a part of the interview process. So assessment of skills, demonstration of the skills will become very important. So we are pivoting now to a skill-based hiring ecosystem.
Right. Among the soft skills that you mentioned, I guess time management is one of the most challenging things that we've seen in a post-COVID world. But even if I look at the top 10 jobs that were in demand globally, the top five skills in demand, it looks like there is a very clear bias towards technology, software, programming. So, is that going to be the future of jobs as you see it for the next few years? That with the increase in cloud adoption, acceleration to digital, more and more technology jobs are going to be created. Is that the overall trend as far as you're concerned?
So to understand this, let's look at the both short term and slightly longish term. So what happened when we went into lockdown? Literally everybody went remote, right? And that's where digital or digitization was very, very important to reach out to your customers and being able to talk to them and getting them the goods, products, and services which they were asking for. So in short term, for sure, there's a lot more emphasis on digital or the tech skills, tech jobs. But even in the mid to long term, I think the remote working will definitely be a part of the Indian professional workforce. So more hybrid nature of jobs will come into play. So that's one. So technology or digitization getting accelerated will definitely play a big role in the coming years and decades. And second bit is, the ongoing automation, the ongoing, adoption of technology will make some of these jobs more tech heavy. So to your question, coming back to your question with that perspective, yes, technology is a big part of the new jobs ecosystems or the future jobs. And when we announced the Global Skills Initiative in June, along with Microsoft, that's what we came out with. That's what the data was saying. And that's where we launched the Global Skills Initiative, saying we need to train 25 million people on tech skills so that they are more suited, they're more ready for these jobs. And that's where this Global Skills Initiative was launched. Even we partnered with National Skills Development Corporation in India, NSDC, so that some of those learning paths for those skills are available freely to our members or to our professional workforce in India. So definitely tech and digitization is gonna be something which is gonna get more prominent in the years to come.
Right. Final couple of questions. The one trend that we have seen is, of course, as you mentioned, the future of work is likely to get more hybrid. This is what a lot of CEOs are also seeing. So, are you seeing that getting reflected in job profiles that work from home roles say is a demand for that going up? And secondly, are you also seeing more and more women entering the workforce? This is something that LinkedIn has mentioned in its previous surveys, but that again is a very positive trend for India if we see more and more women entering the formal workforce.
So the job descriptions are becoming very clear on the whether it's a remote job or it's a flexi job or what will be the expectation from a location or from which part you work from office or can you work from home. So that those are becoming very prescriptive, those are becoming very clear. And if it's not even clear, then you can ask a recruiter or you can ask the person who's hiring you what are the expectations. We are seeing a lot of those discussions coming across when we hire people, or more and more hiring is happening. People are laying down the expectation very clearly on what they want to, or where they want to work from. And the
Hmm,
second
hmm,
point
hmm.
you raised, that's a very encouraging trend. I'm happy with that. So again, it's tied back to the flexi work environment which we will see. So more and more remote jobs are opening, more and more jobs are becoming flexible. So the some of the old paradigms of standard operating hours that you have to work from 8 to 6 in the evening are becoming a little bit flexible. And that gives an opportunity for women to come back to the professional workforce. Some women who have taken the route of staying out of the workforce for whatever reasons, they are finding those flexibility favorable. So we have seen in the workforce confidence index data that there was, I think, 7% increase of women participation in the workforce, and which is very encouraging. So a mix of flexibility as well as some of the remote options available are definitely helping women come back to the workforce.
Will this also mean we will see a more diversified workforce, people working out of tier 2, tier 3 cities in India? Because, the government has recently amended guidelines to basically enable companies to have employees permanently work from home. They've relaxed some of the guidelines. So, is that another trend that you perhaps will see in the coming year? You could be sitting in a small town in Karnataka and be coding for some of the biggest companies in the world. It will no longer matter where you are.
So it's definitely a discussion is on right now. I don't think so there is a generic answer to this question. It will depend on companies' own policies and guidelines and how they think about their own culture, as well as the requirement of the jobs. So if I say I have a crystal ball and I have to really look forward, there will be pure remote jobs, which are transactional remote jobs, where people can be based anywhere, right? But there will be some jobs which will need them more interaction with their own teams or coming back to offices, and that will might have some requirements of being closer to the where the company's offices are. So I think this discussions will happen over next few months, next few quarters, and company will have their own perspectives, and then there will be very very clear guidelines on how they want to open up their workforce, right? So I don't think so there's a clear answer yet, but there are signs that there will be some jobs which will become remote, and there will be a lot more flexibility for the workforce or the employees to work from location of their choice, be it tier 2 or be it a tier 3 city. It will not matter for some of those jobs.
Right. Final question before I let you go, Ashutosh. One particular statistic that really caught my eye is that only 32% of professionals expect their incomes to rise. So, what does that mean? Should we kind of prepare for some underwhelming appraisals or underwhelming salary hikes for the next year? What would you say about that particular trend?
So I think we need to probably give this a little bit of time. I think the encouraging sign is that within 6 or 8 months, we are seeing some of the hiring levels come back
Correct.
to a good activity, and that's a very encouraging sign for Indian economy. Now, having said that, there are professionals who are stressed about their own finances. They are worried about the future of their earnings, and I think we'll have to give this time to the companies to recover their business, to the global economy to come back. And I think there will be a better place, a better situation from a compensation perspective. In short term, yes, there will be probably more stress, and that's what this probably the data point is sharing or telling us. But over a period of time, as companies recover and their business come back, things will start improving.
Right. On that note, thank you very much for talking to ET Now, Ashutosh Gupta, taking us through all the key trends from LinkedIn, what you need to look forward to in terms of jobs, more importantly, the skills that you need to equip yourself with for a world that's going to be built on digital AI and data. Thank you very much, Ashutosh, and here's wishing you a very happy new year.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot for talking to me, and wishing you a very happy new year as well. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, sir. Stay safe.
Thank you.